Hello, happy Thursday. Hello, Heart Community. How are you? How are you? Yes, I like that introduction. I like that one better than the Black Universe countdown. How is everybody doing on today? It is Thursday, and this is day two. As I'm getting back warmed up for all of the great things that we're about to do over here in the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute, right? So we're getting ready to get back into 1 million life coaches around the globe. We're getting back into Power Hour Fridays where we get to interview a lot of great leaders around the world. Just we can stay connected and informed, right? Because I say that we truly make connections with things that we need to improve in our own lives through other people's story. And that's why I loved 1 million life coaches around the globe. I mean, we had a great season with that. So, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. We're going to talk about something really, really good on today. I'm just going to allow the spirit to move me, honey. I'm just going to allow the spirit to move me. So if you are here, if you're tuning in on Facebook, if you're tuning in on LinkedIn or YouTube or even Instagram, let me know. Let me know. And I am going to check everything out over here because I believe that I am live here on Instagram. So let me check really quick. I don't see the little thingy moving. Yesterday, when I went back to just kind of like glance at the replay, I was like, oh my gosh, I spent so much time on just trying to get everything together. But honey, it's progress over perfection. It is progress over perfection. It says that I'm live. Oh, it says that the live ended. Oh man. It says that it ended. It says that it ended on Instagram. Let me see if I can copy this key back into. How do I put it in here? Let's see. Edit. Let's go to edit. Remove Instagram from the stream. Let's say remove it and let's add it back in there. This is like so super cool. If y'all are not using StreamYard, I've been using StreamYard for years and I'm telling you they improve every single time. I think my link to try it out is somewhere. I think they automatically post it now. So try that out. It is so super dope. How we connect everywhere. We can just connect in so many different spaces. Okay, I think it's good. Oh, here we go. So let me go live now. So we're now live on Instagram for my Instagram people. We don't want to leave y'all out. I mean, this is like covering all your bases, right? This is covering all your bases. So I want to do a proper, because I want to re-edit this. So I'm going to do a countdown again, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to be ready. All right, we are back. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, listen. pause that can save your life as a leader, right? So I was sitting, Lakendra, you got to be consistent with this because we're getting ready to get back in flow. We're doing our live talks and all of the things. So we got to build up the momentum. So this is what it looks like for me when I build up momentum. I haven't set a specific time yet because I know my team is like, girl, you just randomly going on, but that works for me, right? Until I can really get grounding and what time I want to come on and all the things. So I was sitting there, I was like, okay, so yesterday I kind of talked about the responsibility that we have for ourselves. And, heavy is the head that wears the crown, when you step into that role of leadership, right? And so I'm thinking that, I was like thinking about like who do I really want to speak to on today? And I really want to speak to the burnt out leader. Those of us who are burnt out and you're doing all of the things like you're still making a great impact, but you're really just burnt out, and you may just be kind of running on fumes because that's what we've grown accustomed to. So this pause that we're going to talk about today is hopefully going to help you, right? I'm not going to ever show up where I can't give you strategies or I can't give you confirmation of probably things that you're already thinking about doing, but you just haven't given yourself that permission. Y'all know what I mean? So a lot of us, we have been groomed, honestly, to rely on everybody else. But in actuality, you really can give yourself your own permission. Just like when we went to school, right? In order for us to go on that field trip, the parent had to sign off on a permission slip, right? Everything we have to get permission to do. Even like going to the doctor. If you have like medical insurance and if your back is hurting, you got to get permission to go see, that specialist. Instead of, well, it really depends on what type of insurance you have. So maybe that's not a good analogy, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So I just really want to just kind of dive in, and I want to talk about what it looks like. Like, what does it look like for us to reset? So are y'all ready to go? Remember, I think our comments are going to populate. Let's try that out again. We are a part of a beta where the comments are going to populate on the screen. So I'm going to add that back on here. And then we're going to just kind of dive in. We're going to dive in here. Let me click over to see who we got tuning in over here on Instagram. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. And we're just going to dive in because one thing that I love about this is going to be recorded. So if you're on the replay, just let me know, like, hey, Master Coach, I missed you because you didn't set a time and I'm on the replay, but I'm here. So you can replay regardless if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You can really catch the replay and just let me know that you're here. So we're going to really just dive in, y'all. Yesterday, I just kind of willy-nillied it. Today, I actually have some talking points so we can kind of stay in flow. That way I can get the content that I need as well, since I'm putting time and effort into this. And, everybody will be happy. Everybody will be happy at the end. But one of my signature talks that I do is about the 3 minute and 52-second rule. Like a lot of people, who followed me last year on TikTok when I did 52 weeks. I did 52 weeks of leadership challenges, really grew a beautiful community over there. I love TikTok. I love TikTok. And so it feels really weird, not to be over there right now. Because I will say, like, it's all the way live. Like when you go live over there, like it's alive, it's gifts, it's taps, it's so interactive. So, I don't have that over here. Hey, whoever that is, thank you for liking the live. Just chime in and say hello so I can know like who's tuning in. But for those of you who are new to me, I'm Master Coach Lakendra, and I am the CEO of the Global Life Coach Training and Entrepreneur Institute, where we certify life coach leaders teaching burnout. I finally have it, y'all. Teaching burnout leaders how to thrive again using life coaching techniques, using life coaching strategies, and more so our trademark I Care Global Heart model. Once you learn that model, your life changes forever. Forever. It's such a beautiful model. And so I have really just dedicated, my professional platform with helping leaders to lead with love and feel better. And then the love that you're leading with is your own love. Cause who is teaching that, right? Who is teaching like how to give profoundly back to yourself where it doesn't feel weird and doesn't feel selfish? Because we've been taught that it's so selfish, right? Like, how dare you? Especially when you're like leading from a place of motherhood or fatherhood. And we address that over here in our life coaching school, that even in that, if you want to call it selfish. But how about we just give another name for it? Like, why we got to give everything like these negative, words? Like, let's just give it another word, and let's instead of saying selfish, let's just say no. This is what is required. This is what I need in order to thrive. So I was sitting here and I was thinking about, in this community over here. Now I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. You really haven't heard, unless you follow me on TikTok, you probably haven't heard. So I want to introduce the 3 minute and 50 second rule to you. So remember the eclipse. Remember we had the eclipse last year. Y'all, the eclipse changed my life. It was amazing. Like, I remember like it was yesterday. Like, I planned my day to watch the eclipse, not really thinking of the impact that it was going to have on me. Like, that wasn't even on my mind. It's just like, oh, I'm just going to go outside, and they say it's going to get dark and then it's going to go light. Well, we've seen a little of that over the years, like the half, not complete darkness, but we've seen like the shift in light to dark just a little bit, right, over time. But last year we had complete darkness, and I did not know how it was going to impact me. So I was sitting on my rooftop and just waiting for it to happen, and then it started to happen. It was light outside, and then the moon started to make its way to complete darkness. I remember, I don't know, do you remember what you were doing on that day? I just I could not stop crying because all I could do was just embrace the uncertainty. I For 3 minutes and 52 seconds, like, I timed it because I was videotaping it. So I also have it videotaped, and it was 3 minutes and 52 seconds of darkness that I have recorded on my phone. And in that moment, I literally, so much had just flashed, like my tiredness, my burnout, my stress, like all of that was just happening. And then when complete darkness happened, everything went totally still. My brain, my interactive brain, which I have an interactive brain, it just shut off. I could hear me breathing because I was crying. I was all over the place. Like, it was the most beautiful shift I had ever encountered at 49 years old. Was I 49? No, I was 48. Was I 48? Yeah, at 48 years old. It was one of the most beautiful shifts. And at that moment, I wasn't worried. I wasn't overthinking. I wasn't self blaming or self sabotaging. I wasn't allowing the imposters to come in and dominate my day. I wasn't in regret. I wasn't in shame. I was in total peace for 3 minutes and 52 seconds. And the beauty about it is sitting in the uncertainty because what's about to happen next? You know, I was sitting there like, what is about to happen next? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Sion. Hey, Sion. Welcome in. I think it's your first time catching me live, huh? Welcome, welcome in. And so I was literally just sitting in uncertainty, but in so much gratitude about the complete darkness. And I knew that when we came out of it, I was going to have a word. So I was sitting up on my terrace. I already had my notebook and my pen. You know, I always carry something to write with because that's healing. That's why I always teach y'all to write. And I was sitting there just in gratitude, just writing in gratitude, just in thankfulness and gratefulness. And here's the truth: so many good leaders are just burning out because there's never a pause long enough to reset. We haven't figured out how to truly pause in our own way. You know, like social media and all the things, you know, the people, the smoke and the mirrors, they give us the pause, but that don't be real. You know, we're watching people travel all over the world. You know, I literally seen I was headed out to Japan at year before last, or maybe the not year before last, but even before that, I was heading out to Japan, and I'm literally like getting my bags to get ready to go into the airport, and there was these content creators, I guess, was filming like I thought they were right, and they were filming like they were going in, and they were getting ready to head out. They had suitcases and everything. And honey, by the time my driver dropped me off and I got in, and I'm, you know, because I was watching them because they were making like so much commotion. They were causing a commotion because it was a lot of them recording this content. Child, they had got in the car and drove off. It wasn't even real. So, you know, we're thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to travel. Like I need to, you know, because that's resetting, because that's what I'm seeing. But it has to be your true definition of what it looks like to pause long enough to reset when you're burning out, like you're crashing out. Because there is a cost when you don't pause. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It's a brutal cost. And sitting in the eclipse for 3 minutes and 52 seconds was one of the most beautiful pauses that I had experienced in a very, very long time. And I didn't even need very much. It was just 3 minutes and 52 seconds of my day of sitting in complete gratitude of the uncertainty, because I don't know if is it gonna get back light. Like we don't know what's going on in this world, but it didn't even matter because that shift that I needed happened in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. So I literally wrote a workshop that I taught last year on TikTok, on one of them TikTok lives that I did, and I taught people how to truly root themselves and have a complete reset in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. We're not going to do it today, or maybe we are. I don't know. Let's just see how spirit moves me. But it's one of the most beautiful pauses of breath, of reflection, of, oh my gosh, why am I tripping? Why am I wilding out? Like, I'm so grateful because we know people who are no longer here. And some of us really want to still live. Like, some of us really want to be here, and we're still here, and we're not making the best of being still here. So the cost of never pausing is profoundly impactful on every part of you: your emotional health, your physical health, your social, your wellness, environmental, all the things. Y'all know that I really teach with the 7 dimensions of wellness. So when I'm thinking about burnout, because you know some of you probably like, well, Am I really burnt out? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me see if I can find you somewhere. So, when I'm talking about burnout, I'm talking about the CEO who never rests, right? You feel like you got to be on all the time, 24/7. You act like you're the only person who can run your business. I'm talking about you because you don't trust anybody. And yeah, you've been let down. Listen, I run a company, so I work with burnout people all the time that I have to constantly try to just keep just in alignment. That's the reason why everybody has to take my life coaching course when they come and work in this company before I pay, before I can pay you a dime, because I need to know if you're really aligned with our core values and what we're striving to become. Because if you're not, then that does put more pressure on a CEO, because now I'm dealing with incompetence. I'm dealing with, people who lack empathy and compassion. You lack empathy and compassion for something that you're trying to be a part of. That's why I tell people, if it's not a good fit, don't stay, right? So if you are that CEO and you feel like you are all things for your team, I'm telling you, I have learned to just release all control. And it costs me sometimes, because when I have somebody failing because they're crashing out, because they're burnt out, I have to pick up the pieces and I have to sometimes pay for that. It almost cost me $280,000 a couple of years ago with an audit. And I had to fight out of that, but I had enough strength to do it, because I wasn't trying to be all the things. I had enough strength to do it, and we won. We won that fight, but that doesn't always happen that way. So you're running on fumes, right? Is that you? Are you running on fumes? You're snapping at everybody. You snapping at the people you love. You're missing major milestones. Like, I would be so disappointed. Matter of fact, I missed a major milestone this year. My niece graduated from Texas Tech, and I could not make it, even though it was so last minute that I'm going to blame my brother and my sister-in-law. They really told me at last minute, but who cares? I work for myself. Like, but I had something planned on that day. And that was a major milestone that I missed. And I'm still kicking myself in the butt for that. So this type of stuff impacts us when you never reset. So do I have any CEOs? Anybody, any CEOs listen? Oh, who's on here? Hey, C Money. I see you down here. Let me pause for a minute. Anybody related to that? That's a CEO and you related to that. Oh, you're on Instagram. Hey, you're on Instagram. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So we got some folks tuning in. If you are a CEO and you related to that, is that you? Because if so, just stick around. Just stick around. We're going to really kind of go into some actionable steps. Who would I be? What kind of master coach would I be if I don't give us work to do? So, so really, when I'm thinking about it, just like the eclipse, when everything went still for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, leaders need intentional pauses, because without it, you're going to run your organization into the ground. And the sun, just like the sun, you need the same reset. It's not light all day long. Even the sun takes a break, right? Even the sun takes a break. You need a break. You need rest. You need to honor your breath throughout the day. Do you know proper breathing helps your lymphatic system? I talk about those things. Your nervous system. Just let's do it. I was like, am I going to do it? Am I going to demonstrate this? I don't know, but we're going to do it. I'm going to pull up a timer. I'm going to pull up my phone right now. I'm going to pull up my clock. And for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, because, we just think like, oh my gosh, we're so impatient now. Like we have no patience. 3 minutes and 52 seconds is not that long. And that's the other thing. Like, because I'm on all these other platforms. See, over on TikTok I can play music. I don't know if I can even play the music over here. Child, I'm scared. I'm scared to mess up the live. So for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, I'm gonna set it on my timer. I ain't gonna put no music on because we grown, right? And we should know how to focus at this point. I can't be bringing all the gadgets and all that to keep y'all entertained. If you are experiencing burnout, this is a good live for you. So just try to figure it out. It's like picking up the Bible and reading the Bible, and you nodding off, and you figure out how to get through that scripture and that chapter. It's the same thing here. You just got to figure it out, because I'm scared to put music on or anything because I don't know the rules of engagement outside of TikTok. Because on TikTok we can do all that stuff, but for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, this is what I want you to do. I want you to pause. I want you to close your eyes. And I just want you to breathe. And probably after the, I don't know, 10th or 12th or 15th breath, I want you to go into gratitude. And I want you to just start saying everything that you're grateful for. You know, whatever it is. You're grateful that you're alive. You're grateful that you got a job. You're grateful that you're even a parent. You know, some people can't even have kids. Your kids may be getting on your nerves, but have some gratitude for them. Maybe you're grateful for your spouse, even though they may be getting on your nerves too. Go back to the time when you loved them at first sight, when, you know, in that honeymoon season. Like, go back in gratitude of all of the things. And then before you end it, I want you to come back to self. Can you do that for me? Come back to self and tell me the things that you're grateful for about yourself. Like, just go into, like, you're grateful for your intelligence. You're grateful that you still have energy. You have the activity of your limbs. Like, when I'm walking up and down my stairs sometimes, because I have stairs, I'd be like, legs, thank you so much for moving. Because this is a lot of work we be doing. And then you got to carry all this weight. Thank you for being in movement for me. So for 3 minutes and 52 seconds, let's do it. I normally would have music playing in the background. It's like so powerful, but we're going to do just complete silence on today, because I want you to see the impact and how easy it is to have a profound shift in the middle of your day. And you can do several of these. I love when people come, my TikTok community, they come and they're in my comments, they say, Master Coach, I did the 3 minutes and 52 seconds. I need it. Thank you so much for teaching us that. So hopefully it'll have the same impact on you. So let's do it. I can't see y'all. I can't see. But hopefully this is in the hopefully this is in the comments. And let's press play. Let's press play. 3 minutes and 52 seconds, y'all. Just breathe. Honor your breath. In and out. Take some deep breaths. Take a couple of deep breaths. In and out. Just in, out. In and out. Like, just enjoy your breath. And then after you feel like the calmness happen in your body, because it's like, this is some weird shit we doing right now, but I'm telling you, it's a great tool to have in your toolbox. Go into gratitude and really have gratitude. Express it. What are you grateful for? Like, some of you have survived some things. Maybe you're grateful for being a survivor. Maybe you're grateful for overcoming. Maybe you were sick. You've been so sick. And for the first time, you know, even if it's not today, but you experienced a day where you didn't have pain and you were mobile. Maybe you experienced a day where you didn't have a headache. Maybe you experienced a day where you wasn't bloated. Just sit in gratitude. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. And just breathe and honor. It's just 3 minutes and 52 seconds, y'all. It was one of the most profound revelations that I had when that eclipse happened. It literally changed my life. And I have a lot of these pauses throughout my day when I feel like I'm spiraling out of control. Get yourself back. Bring yourself back too. And it only takes 3 minutes and 52 seconds. What are you grateful for? We should be in gratitude right now. Beautiful gratitude. 1 minute and 25 seconds. Those of you who say you don't have time, Master Coach, you don't get it. I don't have time. I work full time. I'm a full time parent. I'm at school full time. I'm trying to start this business on the side. Like, I just don't have time. And I'm showing you that you do have time. When you set it intentionally, it makes the biggest impact, even in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. You don't need 10 minutes. You don't need 30 minutes. You don't need an hour. You just need intentional time. 40 seconds, y'all. 40 seconds. Just breathe, honor your breath. Because, honey, if you can't honor your breath, just imagine when you're not breathing anymore. Oh, Coach Celia. Hey, Coach Celia. 15 seconds, y'all. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Just breathe. We can do hard things when it's intentional, when we set the intentions. Look at that. Oh, this is all the music I'm going to play. I'm so scared to play the music. I'm telling you. On TikTok, we can play all type of music. That's why we gonna miss. If they ever take TikTok away, we're gonna so miss it. But did y'all see that? Did you see that tremendous impact, y'all? Did you see the tremendous impact that 3 minutes and 52 seconds? I created a whole workshop around that, and it really teaches us that the pause is necessary, right? And receiving, I think that's the biggest thing, y'all. It's the receiving without the guilt, right? Receiving the pause without the guilt. Being still without the guilt. Going absent where the kids can't find you, the staff can't find you. Going on a walk without the guilt, like, or without the worry of they need me right now. Ain't that how we be? They need me right now. You act like the world cannot function without you. So what happens is you're always depleted so much faster. That's why everybody has energy but you. You know, your kids, they want to go, like, let's go out, let's do this. Your spouse want to go out because everybody got energy because you're pouring so much of yourself into everybody else, your staff, everybody. And you just go without me. Like, I'm good. I just want to chill. I want to, and then you spend your chill time, watching TV and on social media, and it's not really feeding you what you need, right? So, here's an action step for you. I want you to identify one thing you've been refusing to receive, right? Is it a break you've been refusing? Financial help? Oh my gosh. Financial help. Woo. Thank God I've been delivered from that. We will literally just struggle because we're so ashamed to ask for help because of what people think. Like, What would people think? She run a multi-million dollar company and she need financial help? Yeah, because that was the mindset I had. What would people think if I tell them that I need help? I still run a multi-million dollar company, but I need help. Sometimes I need help. And that's something I was telling myself that I did. Like I was refusing to have that. Why do we do that? So, what are you refusing? A listening ear? You feel like people are going to judge you if you're vulnerable? So, today, take it without apology because that's leadership. Don't apologize for needing a break. Don't apologize for needing financial help. Don't apologize for wanting somebody to hold space with you. Don't apologize for that. That's what I love about coaching. That's why everything I do is centered around this life coaching. Do you hear me? It has saved my life from the burden of myself. I burden myself. How many of you burden yourself? Thank you for your guidance, Master Coach. Much to be grateful in this life, health, love, community, provision, beauty, nature. Yes. I look so forward to seeing you really, really soon, Coach Celia. I'm just striving. I'm striving to be there. I'm striving to be there. So, receiving without guilt, y'all. And the pause is necessary. 3 minutes and 52 seconds. It's so necessary. It's so necessary. Y'all got me? Yes? Okay. How many minutes? How many minutes? Okay, I'm almost done. 38 minutes. 38 minutes. Remember, I'm just warming up. Coach Celia is on here. Coach Celia is my producer of 1 million life coaches around the globe. Coach Celia, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready so we can talk. We're going to talk about this, bringing 1 million life coaches around the globe back, and also Success Power Hour Fridays back, right? Maybe I'm going to change it from Friday. I'm gonna put it on one of these days, but it's still gonna be Success Power Hour. So let's talk about rooted in love. So we are building out a wellness suite for burnt out leaders, yeah, and welcoming them into the soft CEO lifestyle. Because, honey, I live a very, very soft lifestyle. Even in the stressors, because some stressors, it just comes with the territory. But that's all that I'm going to take on. I'm not going to create any other stressors outside of that. So you're going to have them, but I still live like in this soft CEO lifestyle because I do massive self care. I do massive self care. So, what does burnout leadership look like? Like for powerful executives who secretly feel empty. Yeah, you're making your six figures, your couple of six figures a year, and you driving the fancy cars and all the things, but you secretly feel just so hollow, right? You got the titles. Y'all know I talk about this all the time. You know why? Because I was that person. You got the titles, but no peace. And the paycheck, but no purpose. You making the money. You make it look good too, child. You traveling around the world, you looking good, you know. Get your little snip and tuck here and there, your little face fillers, your fancy watches and all the things, but you're just trying to hide the pain. But if people were that you do community with, if they were really on top of their game, they would see it. Because I see it all the time in my close friends. And I'm like, listen, come take my course. I just come take it. I just be like, come take my course. and get you some a skill set that is undeniable for yourself. So I will say that we use our occupational wellness, right? That professional wellness. It overshadows everything, y'all. And that's why we're so emotionally and spiritually bankrupt when we're at the highest level of our careers. Just look at all of the shows that we watch. All, the high level, their attorneys and our doctors. And I'm talking about their relationships suck. Like the other part of their life absolutely sucks. Hey, my Millie Bessie is on here. Hey, Liz. I have to come back and forth because I'm streaming like from everywhere. Liz, I'm on StreamYard. I've fallen back in love with StreamYard. The only thing about it is I can't be on TikTok. I gotta figure it out, child. I gotta figure it out. But this my soft CEO lifestyle, y'all. It lives right here in the space where you could be brilliantly yourself, but have massive ownership with what's happening to you. Like we literally be at the highest level of our profession and ignore the signs, ignore the lump in our breast, ignore the lump, you know, in our stomachs, or the pain that we have that happens in our stomach. We ignore the migraine headache every day. We ignore the back pain. We ignore the knee problems because someone told us somewhere that as long as you can make it financially, you can make it in your career, then that is what the American dream is all about. If you can buy the house and you can get married and you can get the cute little dog and you can have a couple of kids, you've made it. Don't complain. Don't you dare complain. You've made it. You've got it. And it's a lie. It's a lie. You lose yourself with that type of mindset. And that's why, like right now, we're building a beautiful wellness suite here in the Dallas Fort Worth area for our burnt out leaders. Because I have so much to teach. I have so much inside of me to give. I'm now in a space where I want to give. I've rooted myself to now I am so unselfish about what I want to share because I have been selfish about what I receive. That makes sense? I used to be so like, don't take too much, Lakendra, because then, people will be like, who she thinks she is. And she always talking about, her 3 hour breaks that she gets in the morning and woo, 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 woo. And I used to be so shameful of speaking about that. But damn it, it's why I can show up now. It's why I can show up when the world seems like it's caving in on us and we can't breathe and we're suffocating. And my roots are so rooted now because I do massive self-care in this soft CEO lifestyle that now I can teach others to do the same and not feel like I'm emotionally bankrupted. So here's another actionable step. So I created this trademark. Shout out to, my attorney, Shahara Wright. She's not doing much private practice anymore, but man, she got a lot done for me during her private practice time. And we trademarked my model. It's called the I Care Global Heart Model. And the I stands for the I am, because that I am is so important. I created the I am later in the model, right? Maybe like it came like 4 or 5 years after the model. It was just a care model, but then in every helping profession, everybody teaches you how to take care of other people, how to, um, to how we're empaths of other people's energy, how to, recognize different human behaviors. But really, nothing teaches you about your own human behavior, your own emotional empath that you need to be understanding how to comprehend and communicate. So I created the I am in that part of the model. And it's transformational. I love Shahara too. And it's transformational. When I put that there, I saw the elevation happen so much faster by the end of the certification. That's only a weekend, y'all. It's only a weekend. So you have the I, which is the I am, and it deals with nobody else but you. We drive it hard. Everything you want, everything you desire. It's just a focus on that. Everything you're neglecting yourself from. The I am. What is it that you need? It's almost like being a tree. And just imagine if the tree, because we have rooted in love here. So we're always talking about the tree. Just imagine if the tree said, oh my gosh, this is too much. Like, hey, don't shine any more sun on me. Hey, don't give me any more nutrients. Like, hey, I'm good. Give it to the other trees. Give it to the other trees. Just think if the plants were like, hey, it's raining outside. We don't give us any more water. Go over to Kansas and give them some water now. Texas, we got enough. The nature isn't talking about like that. They're not talking like that. Nature is like, give it to us all, because when the eclipse come, like 3 minutes and 52 seconds of darkness come, we can survive it. When we come out of the darkness, we will still be standing. I will still be vibrant. I will still be rooted to the ground. My soil will still be moist. Like, we got it so wrong. All we got to really do is look at nature, look at animals, and see how they're thriving. We got it wrong as humans. You know why? Because those founding fathers figured it out. If we can run everybody into the ground and we can make everybody feel like they are 1% of their life instead of 99%, you're 99% of your life. Did you know that? You're 99% of your life. You're not the 1%. Everything else is the 1%. And that's the awareness. That's the C in the model. Create a vision. And then the awareness. And then the reflection. And then that execution part, that E in the model, right? That execution part. So I really don't want to talk about the model, but that CEO lifestyle is rooted in our I Care Global Heart model. And it really teaches you how to root yourself in massive love, right? Yeah, I just wanted to mention that too. I told y'all I'm just preparing to get back in flow with 1 million life coaches around the globe. So I have to get back in flow of talking. I was a keynote at the WOW conference about 2 weeks ago. So that kind of, getting back outside, because we haven't had an event in over a year. We normally have events. So just getting back in flow, because I deserve it. I deserve it, right? And you deserve it. You have to know. So let's wrap up. Let me see what other notes I have here. Let me see what other notes I have here. We talked about receiving without guilt. No, we didn't really talk about that. I really want to talk about that. Maybe we did. I went a little bit into it, right? Just stop apologizing for receiving. When people say, hey, how can I serve you? Oh, it's okay. I'm good. and you know you behind. Don't come over here asking me how you can serve me because I'm gonna put you to work. Ask anybody. Ask anybody, hey, pretty polish. Ask anybody that know me. Master Coach is gonna put you to work. Don't go over there asking her if you need help because the answer is yes. Right? Stop denying yourself. What is one thing you've been denying for yourself? One thing you've been denying. Is it joy? Is it care? Is it help? Receive it. Receive it. Start receiving it. I'm going to challenge you for the rest of September. Receive joy. Somebody call you like, hey, you want to go out? I got you. Instead of like, because you're feeling shameful because your money is funny. This is stuff I can just talk to you about this stuff because this is the stuff I've overcome and I'm overcoming. I'm so in awareness of just this ease in the CEO life because we already got enough chaos that comes with it. So I'm not going to add. I'm not going to compound by the imposters and feeling like I got to show up some type of way, like I just stepped out of a magazine every single time I go live. Chat, I don't have time for that. So what are the things that you're denying yourself that you're going to allow, you're going to welcome in, right? You're going to show your children that it's okay to receive. Because you're the leader in your household. Kids, we see everything. We're not dumb. Just remember you growing up, and your mama and your dad and them thought they was hiding stuff, and your grandparents, whoever raised you. But we saw the pain, right? So you're going to start receiving to show your children what it looks like. If you run a business like I do, you're going to show your staff what it looks like. If you are an influencer, you're going to show your community just how powerful it is to be nourished, just how powerful it is to receive. It's powerful. Y'all got me? Chef. Hey, Chef Keisha. Now that's a word. That is my biggest trouble. Right? But we're going to work on it though. We're going to work on it, Chef. And it's my biggest trouble, but I'm in awareness and I'm willing to make change, right? Soothe the nervous system, right? Because the nervous system is like, hey, but can we make change? And you have to prove to it that you can. Y'all got me? So we got to start working on what we say to ourselves every single time. And we got to it's practice. Like, even for me, it's practice. I catch myself in that, that communication where I'm, doubting myself or, oh, that's hard. And I'll be like, oh, it's hard with me doing it this way. So let me find another way to do it. And then immediately my nervous system breathes again, right? That's how we got to do it. So we're creating this beautiful wellness suite. We're going to have the grand opening in January. I'm so super excited about it. And it's really to restore leaders in all 7 dimensions of wellness. And our 501c3, we also have a 501c3, the Be Kind Community Inc., where we truly do the work out here in the community, y'all. I love how the coaches come together. I love how leaders come together and they're like, Kendra, what project are you working on so we can help serve you in a big way? Because we know that it's going to bless one of these schools you're helping, a community that you're helping. So we've placed everything here in the wellness suite. So if you're one of those people, you're always thinking about like, how can I serve? How can I give in a big way? What can I attach myself to that has integrity? Then come over here and holler at us. Come be a part of this. Can be a part of what we got going on. So we can root ourselves with what you have going on, and it makes it even more bigger, right? I had a beautiful call today with one of the speakers that I met at the WOW event. We're producing synergy with each other, and I don't really do a lot of stuff like that. I've built such a beautiful community that I'm good. Like I feel safe here, and if I want to collaborate, I just go reach one of the community members that's here because I know that we're all rooted with very similar values and principles. But it was good to meet a complete stranger, get on a call, create synergy with each other, see how we can serve one another, and then grow from there. Like that was refreshing for me. Like I didn't know I needed it. Sometimes you don't know that you need something. That's why you gotta follow spirit. You gotta follow the energy. It felt good when she said, "Hey, can we meet up after this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Without hesitation, like getting out of doubt so quickly. We're so fast to say we freeze up, fight or flight. We're so fast to do that. And we have to get out of that, right? Right. I am aware. You are aware. You are aware. So we have some beautiful things going on. So make sure you connect with me, right? So we're going to have um, what North Texas giving. I think it's like September the 11th. So we're going to let you know like how you can serve us because we give back really, really big in Title One and underfunded schools. We work in those schools. Like my coaches, we work in those schools. And we do a lot of activities, a lot of mental and behavior health activities to keep these kids in hopefulness because they're struggling. Our kids are struggling. And so we got to empower and execute, y'all, right? And we got to teach our children, and we got to teach our staff, and we got to teach our community by leading by example. You are showing up and people love your skill set. They love, like chef, they love that you can cook. They love that congratulations on your play. They love that you can produce stuff like that. They love that you are a change agent. They love that. Everybody always fall in love with our gifts, but they probably would never want to trade shoes with you because they see how unhealthy we can be. Like, I don't want to be like somebody that's always talking about they're awake and they're grinding, and I don't I don't want that. So we got to start leading by an example and getting back to our roots. God didn't create us to be like this. Overworked, unhealthy, tired. Like we're living in our gifts and complaining. You doing what you love to do and complaining, that should tell you something. That should tell you something. We're in our gifts and we're still complaining. Oh my gosh, this and that and this and that. That's because you're so out of alignment. And it's that pause. I remember we started off this whole thing with talking about the sacred pause that we need to have. And sometimes it's just 3 minutes and 52 seconds. If you just came in, go do the replay and go do that activity with us because it's profound. It's profound. So let's close with a beautiful affirmation. Are y'all ready? If y'all are y'all see, if I was on TikTok, I'd be like, if y'all are ready, tap me some hearts, some all the things. Let's do an affirmation. Let's go ahead and close it out with an affirmation. Let me see what time it is. Okay. I got a call with Coach K Sabala in probably about an hour. Okay. Closing affirmation. Instead of having such a difficult time finding space to pause, just become it, right? So say to yourself, I am the pause. So when you become it, it's something that Susie Batiste taught me. I never forget. We were having this chat, and I've told this story before. We was having this chat, and I was like, Susie, why you gotta be a white lady? This is what I told her. You know, she has a great sense of humor. Thank God. I was like, why you gotta be a white lady, Susie? Because I was so into her and her teachings, and it really helped me to have a big pause in my life around COVID is when I met Susie. And I was like, I'm looking for why I can't find a black spiritual leader that has this level of spiritual awareness. And you know what she said? You have. You just got to become it. It's you. And it was just that changed my whole life. Like, wow. But I had to accept it, and I wasn't ready for that. Like, who am I to think that I'm it? That I got the it factor to be trying to influence and transform lives, you know? This little country girl, you know, from the west side of Dallas, from the hood, from the underserved community. Nah, I don't think that's me. But it is. So I am the pause, becoming. I am the pause. Say it to yourself. I am the pause. And I am the soil. You are the soil too. It carries a lot of weight. Without soils, trees can't live. Plants can't live. So I am the pause. I am the soil. And I am rooted in love. You got to proclaim it. And I am a soft CEO, leading and parenting through the things that I desire, the life that I desire, the love that I desire, the nurture that I desire. What is it that you desire? You got to put your own thing there. What is it that you desire? The lifestyle I desire, the fine lifestyle though, the rest I desire, the richness I desire. Don't leave that out. The richness I desire. In my thriving, don't give anybody else this accolade. My thriving, your thriving blesses my family, my team, and my community. You got to know that you the shit. You see what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to tell everybody, I'm not for everybody. But if you are ready to step up and take massive charge of your life, not just your finances, but I'm talking about your health. You talk about a person who was diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure. They had the nerve to say I had high cholesterol. I ain't never had high cholesterol. I had a sciatica nerve. I had all of that in one breath. And I made a conscious decision to give myself everything I needed unapologetically. I didn't care whose toes I was going to step on, who felt like they was going to be neglected because they didn't have LaKendra no more, or delayed LaKendra. I didn't care because I deserved it. Just like them trees and them flowers, they sitting out there, they waiting for, they like, son, hurry up and come. We know you over there in the Philippines right now, but when you gonna come over here to us? I need you over here. Give me some of that sun. They so selfish with it. Rain, when you coming? Can you stop raining out there in Florida? Bring some of that rain over here. We want some too. They're so selfish with it. Because what happens is the trees know, the plants know, when they are thriving, the whole ecosystem is taken care of. Our whole ecosystem is taken care of. So you call it selfish, figure out another word for it. I just call it necessary. This is necessary self-care in order for me to take care of my ecosystem. You want me to be healthy. Because if you depended on me, like I had to write them checks today before 6 o'clock. If something happened to me before I could press send, people gonna wake up tomorrow and be in a state of emergency because they ain't gonna have no money. So why you thinking it's cute? Because we really be talking about like it's cute. I talked about that yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm the first and the only life coaching school in the world that's medically credentialed, but y'all don't know the stress that come with that shit. Like, seriously. It ain't cute when you stressed out and you burnt out and you living in the uncertainty every single day and you don't have no help and all the things. It ain't cute. So stop making it cute. What's cute is when you can say, hey, the doctor told me I was 20 pounds overweight and I went on a massive change for myself. I adopted that soft CEO lifestyle that crazy lady that be on TikTok and wherever she gonna pop up be talking about. And I dedicated my life to making a change for myself, which means that I had to walk away from some things and I had to put some things on the back burner. So I apologize to you if that impacted you. But if I didn't get myself together, I would rather for you to be on a pause than something long term where I can't show up no more. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because we will neglect ourselves like that to pieces. To pieces. So today, moving forward for the rest of this month, that's why I'm giving some of my time and my energy and my love language, which is acts of service. For the rest of this month, because after this month, it's 90 days, honey. And you know how fast 90 days go by. I want you to pause for 3 minutes and 52 seconds as many times as you can throughout the day. If you miss that exercise, go back and watch the replay and see how simple it is to do. 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Root yourself in love, because that's what happened to me and many other people that I heard talk about that experience of the eclipse. We couldn't do nothing but feel universal love. Like, oh my gosh, who am I to get to experience this? My mother didn't get to experience this. My grandmother didn't get to experience this. The power of God to say that everything is okay. I am still in control, which means that we are still in control. We ain't losing. We're not losing. Root yourself in love and receive without guilt. When the next time somebody asks you, do you need some help? And you know you need some help, say yes. And allow the butterflies to move through your stomach, the bubble guts, all the things. You know how the diarrhea come? Go use the bathroom, wipe yourself up good, and come on back and tell them what you need help in, because you ain't asked for help in a long time and you haven't received help in a long time. The next time somebody say, hey, it's on me. It's on me. Let's do it. Say, okay, I'm down for the cause. Where we going? What we doing? Is there a budget? That's your blessing. Receive without guilt. Receive without guilt. And because you're thriving, it's not selfish. It ain't selfish to be on top of the world. It ain't selfish that you get to delay your day because you were CEO and you weren't figured out not to be a solopreneur, and now you got people working for you that you're also feeding and keeping them, on top of their game. It's not selfish. You don't gotta be like, well, I don't want them thinking because here I am and I'm doing this, that. Well, damn it, we do it every day, all day. People go to work all day, every day. And they work for somebody every day, all day, every day, 12 hours, 24 hours, and they not questioning them. So don't feel selfish about thriving. Don't feel selfish about your kids because you want to go and get your nails done, or my men, you want to go and whatever y'all do, child, wash the car, polish the wheels, go hang out at the cigar lounge, whatever y'all be doing, child. I don't know what y'all be doing. And the kids at home talking about, I'm bored, child. Teach them how not to be bored. Teach them kids how not to be bored. I got you, chef. Teach them. It's your job to. Your thriving is your greatest gift that you can give to your family. It's the greatest gift you can give to your team and your community. You know why my team stay crunk? Because they see me crunk. They be like, damn, Master Coach, she just don't stay down. I'm the example. I'm their example. Entrepreneurship is the mother earth, is the mother of the earth when you come into entrepreneurship. And especially when you start influencing people, you have a greater responsibility to yourself. Y'all got me? So I am the pause, I am the soil, and I am rooted in love. And I am the soft CEO. And my thriving blesses generations. Toot your horn. Pat yourself on the back. We got this. We can do hard things, y'all. And I wish everybody all of the soft success that you can get. Stop trying to do it all by yourself. Ask for help. Accept the help. We will literally deny the help. You need help? No, I got it. And then you up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because you doing a job that requires 5 other people. Y'all feel me? So that's my time. I'm 13 minutes over. It's my time. I'll try to come on and see y'all tomorrow. If I feel something in my spirit that we need to discuss, I'll come on tomorrow. Thank you for being here, Chef Keisha. I appreciate it. Thank you, Liz Wilcox over here. Thank you, Pretty Polish. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, my Instagram community, my LinkedIn community, my Facebook community. Thank you so much, my YouTube community. Thank you so much for being present with me today. And I'm signing off. Over and out. Bye for now.